Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Clone Command Star Wars podcast. So today I'm joined by I can speak. I'm joined by Foe Slayer.
What's
I don't
up?
know. What do you still want me to call you, Foe?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Foe. Yeah, and so today we are going to be talking about Bad Batch and Bad Batch season 3 and Bad Batch as a whole. I think first we're going to talk about episodes 14 and 15, just the last few episodes. That was loud. And yeah, let's get into it. So, I don't know if you remember what happened in the last two episodes, but I'll kind of go
I
over.
kind of do. It was so let's see. We had they broke out and the oh man, the Zillow Beast broke out. That was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I had completely forgotten that it was even there, but whatever. And then Hemlock died at the end, which I was surprised they killed him off, so they can't bring him back.
Yeah. I think that must be
So
like the end of Project Necromancer in that case.
yeah,
Just as a whole, but how did Palpatine have a clone then?
we're gonna have to wait and
Were
find
there
out and
clones already in place? Or
something.
not? Yeah.
I don't know. We'll probably have to wait like 5 years.
Yeah. So episode 15, actually we'll just talk about episode 15 since it was like 50 minutes long. Um okay. My first initial thoughts were just it was kind of not anticlimactic because it was a really good finale, honestly. I really enjoyed it. But nothing happened the way I expected it to happen at all.
Yeah.
um I don't know. It was a lot of surprises, which is good, I guess. But I really had it in my head how I thought it was gonna go, and it just didn't go that way. Like, do you remember Rex's army?
Yeah. They weren't even in it at all.
I totally thought we were gonna be able to see like more of that, but I got so excited when I think it was Crosshair. He was like, "Oh yeah, go call Rex," and I was like, "Ooh, are they gonna bring Rex in?" And then they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Surprised about that too.
I think they're gonna have to kind of follow up on that.
They're
Sorry,
definitely
I
gonna have to
interrupted
bring
you.
Rex back. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
loves Rex. They can't just get rid of him.
Well, and in Rebels, he's depressed. Just don't know why he's so depressed. Yeah. Besides that, it was a sick battle.
Yeah.
Of course, every evil character has to have some sort of super soldier people.
Yeah. I'm surprised
I love
that
how.
they didn't have like Tech come back. It's like, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, he's here. All of a sudden. Maybe he actually died. I think it would be
Maybe
more
actually,
surprising
yeah.
that he actually did die than like him
Yeah.
dying in the first place.
It's good.
Everybody's
I'm
like,
glad
he
they.
died.
Well, I mean, it's over now. It
Yeah.
was the last season of Bad Batch. Um, yeah, cool battle. But yeah, it's just so funny. Like Hemlock was just like, I'm gonna go into this secret lab no one has seen ever before. We're just gonna let out my secret operatives, and just because.
Because why
Like,
not?
bro literally has a whole entire base full of clone commandos, and instead he goes and gets these weird operatives. That's one thing, and we talked about it a little bit on the last podcast. But it's just frustrating to see clone commandos being treated as like regs, like a little bit better than regs. Like if regs take one shot to kill, clone commandos take two. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know. It's just interesting to see them that way. I don't think I like that take on them at all, really, especially with so many of them there. Although I do like, okay, at first I was not understanding the direction they were gonna go with Omega. You know, she was kind of like a whiny, obnoxious. Towards the end, though, you could kind of see how it was building up to her like leading the children out,
It
so like that,
was
like.
really like the very end part. Did you watch that where
Mhm.
it was like her and they're like all old and stuff?
That was interesting because I'm pretty sure Clone Force 99 still has their aging process, or the aging process is sped up,
Yeah.
but Omega doesn't, because that was like one of the that's how she was introduced. I'm pretty sure that's why she was still a kid,
Yeah.
right? Am I remembering that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, hers was like completely
Yeah.
normal, so they're like aging like 4 times faster than them, or they're aging 4 times
hmm
faster than her. Or no, maybe it was
Yeah.
twice as
So,
fast actually.
Captain Rex was older, So I'm trying to figure out what time period that was. And Captain Rex was older than Clone Force 99. And if Crosshair, or not Cross, Hunter looks to be about like the same age, maybe a bit younger, then that means that must have been like that's original trilogy.
Yeah, they're probably
Right?
getting into
And
it a
that's
couple years
period?
before like BBA or BBY.
Probably,
So
yeah. But
probably
definitely not.
getting started. Probably
They're
like
definitely
Andor.
past Rebels.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They're definitely past Rebels though.
When does
Sure.
Andor take place?
I don't. I saw it on the timeline one time. I think what it's right before Rogue One, so
Yeah.
that means it's like
But oh, and Rogue One was right before. Like how before Rogue One?
Andor. Well, I'm pretty sure season 2 will give us closure,
Yeah.
and I don't know, something like that. I think he hasn't joined the rebellion yet, so probably a year or two,
When did Andor come out?
maybe, and then Rogue One was like right before A New Hope. And of course, they have to put in like those inspirational quotes. Clones don't leave our brothers behind. It's actually pretty good though. I like Echo saying that. Also, Omega just like randomly knows how to turn off the laser field for the Zillo Beast. Like she knows exactly what button to press.
She's
And
got
that's
Bond
something Star
nurture.
Wars. Uh huh.
Nurser.
That's something Star Wars does a lot. Is just with computers in Star Wars. Like
Everybody knows how to work them.
everyone knows how to like just turn things off. Everyone
Yeah.
knows exactly where the buttons are. They just come up to the pad and just and then they just completely change it all.
It's probably the Force.
Yeah. I do think Omega's character arc actually went quite well. I
Yeah.
think it was solid. And I like how it ended too. I like how it ended better than how Barriss Offee's arc ended. That's a discussion for a different
Oh yeah.
podcast.
Did you like Tales of the Empire?
Yeah, it was it like I said, it was just there. It's material. It's not good. It's not bad. I don't
I
know.
did
There were
like
some things I
the
liked about it, some things I didn't.
what
But
was it? One of the parts in it. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it was the part where Barriss and her sister, whatever, were on that mountain
Mhm.
and killing that Jedi. And then Barriss was like, "You still have one more Jedi to deal with." And there was like, "Oh my gosh, there's gonna be an epic fight." And then she just shoves her off a cliff. And I mean, she
I
didn't
know,
die,
and then
but it was pretty hilarious,
yeah.
especially before
Well, and
Barriss
I
was still
was
alive.
yeah.
It's probably
I
the
was saying
shortest
on the
fight
podcast.
ever.
I honestly would have preferred if Barriss had stayed an Inquisitor. I know that's like not how the Star Wars works, but like it would have been so cool if she had like not turned good and she had stayed bad, and it would have been interesting to see that. Honestly. Anyways, what were your thoughts on Bad Batch as a whole?
Oh, I thought it was pretty good. Bad Batch is one of my favorite cartoons. Did you ever watch
Yeah, same.
Resistance?
I did. Yes, there were two
I
seasons.
never watched it. Was it good?
It was good. It was pretty boring. It was one of those shows that was like I don't know, kind of addicting but not addicting, if that makes
You
sense.
just have to finish
It
it.
was like I have to finish it, but they're talking about the most boring stuff ever. And it was just like it was like this racer guy who joins the resistance and like shoots first order troopers. It wasn't or he didn't it doesn't even shoot it. Yeah, no, probably my favorite animated shows. Well, that's obviously Clone Wars, but besides the Clone Wars, I'd have to go with Rebels. I like Bad
Oh,
Batch,
Rebels is amazing.
but Rebels is awesome. Um,
S tier.
yes, for
I do
sure.
hate it how some people
Uh,
just refuse to watch like cartoons. Just like, no, it's a cartoon. I don't watch cartoons because I'm a big boy. And it's like you are
it's
really
like
missing out, man.
honestly, I feel like they add more to the lore than like movies do in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, better lore sometimes, in my opinion, at least. Um, like, because when you have a show, you have like a season of, you know, 7 25-minute episodes or 10 25-minute episodes or 13 if you're at Clone Wars, and you can really just spend a lot more time just digging into the things you wouldn't be able to dig into,
Yeah.
um, like in a movie. So honestly, I do feel like there's benefits for both. But yeah, no, honestly, Bad Batch was good. all I care about is seeing more clones. No. But that was cool. I love seeing more clones. I liked who was that in episode or in I think we saw him in season 3 too. But who was that one um, clone commander or clone captain who like convinced his troops to stand down?
Oh,
Can't think of.
no, that wasn't Wolf. It
Yeah,
was one
let
of the
me
old
look
buddies.
him up. Yeah. It was a captain. Clone Captain Von. No, not Von. Hauser. Hauser.
That's yeah.
Captain
Well,
Hauser.
okay. There's no way I would have
Yeah.
remembered that name.
Yeah. He was a cool character. I really liked. I really liked his characters, honestly,
Yeah.
or his character. I think it was interesting. Sorry, I was just thinking about Rex's army not being in the finale, and how sad I was. Um, I don't know. I feel like it would have been interesting to see that more in Bad Batch or in the season finale of Bad Batch. Like that would have been awesome. But also, maybe it wasn't needed to an extent. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it was needed. It would have been cool, but it didn't. It wasn't like necessary at all. Like it was still a great finale.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It was a good finale. I still think it could have been different, like in terms of how it went down, and we really just need to close off that loose end of what the heck happened to Captain Rex. That he's just chilling on some planet on out in the outer rim. Like I just want to see some closure for that. Also, Cody. Like, there's a lot of loose ends that I'm confused about, like Cody and
All the people that never watched Clone Wars, so they're still confused as to what Darth Maul was doing at the end of Solo.
I know he's like, wait, what? There's still a lot.
I feel like we forgot about something.
I think it also would have been cool, to see a bit of Darth Maul in that too. See a bit of the underworld at least,
Yeah.
because
We haven't had
there's
Darth
just
Maul in a
not.
while.
Yeah, guys, we need Darth Maul. Haven't had Darth Maul in a while. There's a solution to that. Just get more Darth Maul.
When was
Yeah.
the last time he was in it?
Okay. Is it just me, or when Star Wars just like needs a character, do they just throw in someone like Darth Maul? Like they just need to put in a character in there. They throw in someone like Darth Maul or Ahsoka.
Because why not?
Someone they're like, oh, people like this character. Let's make them actually be alive in this time period. you know?
Yeah, we just.
I don't know. What other characters like?
We need to bring back a fan.
I'm sure they're gonna do with a. They're gonna do it with Omega now. You have to know. I mean, they're going to do it with Omega. There's like no chance they
bring
won't.
back the rest of Clone Force, or the rest of the Bad Batch. Or are they just like their story is just done? I feel like
Yeah,
makes sense,
the
like, keep it
closure-
eventually.
It seemed extremely unfinished. I know it's supposed to be like
Okay.
closure for Clone Force 99, but no, it's not.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna bring back Omega. I
Oh yeah, for sure.
I personally think they're gonna bring back the Bad Batch, but just for like to give Omega motivation. Be like, you're
Yeah.
not an idiot. You're actually pretty cool. And then she goes and
Mhm,
screws
yeah.
everything up or something. I'm
Hmm.
kidding.
No, you screwed everything up. You're an idiot. Go home.
Real
Kidding.
smooth.
Yeah. I don't know. I do agree with you. They'll probably do something like that, but they're also going to be dead soon.
Oh yeah. That's the
I-
sad thing about the clones is that like they're like your favorite characters. The only problem is that they die a lot faster
Yeah.
than everybody else. And they'll probably have some
Yeah.
like force
I-
thing.
Yeah.
Use the force.
I
and
agree.
die.
It's just unfortunate. um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I love the clones; they're my favorite. But they also have to have weaknesses,
Yeah.
On the best story makers make their factions have weaknesses, and either they find a way to get the weaknesses to or like work, I guess, get the weaknesses to work with what they're doing, or just they die out. It's one or the other in the end. Yeah. So let's talk about just things you would have liked to have seen in Bad Batch. I think we touched a little bit on that, but Yeah, and then we can talk after that. Just or things you would have liked to see, or things that you really liked to see in it. So like things that you enjoyed seeing in it.
First of all, I did like seeing. I thought it was cool how they were able to bring back Ventress, but not make it like
Oh yeah.
obviously like, oh, this is just they're bringing back a character because people like this character. They brought it back and actually made it like had it make sense in the storyline, even if it was
Hmm.
kind of weird that she was alive in the first place.
Which
Yeah,
they still never explained.
yeah. She's got more lives left.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh yeah, I forgot. She said that, and it's like, bro, is she a cat? What?
She's
Got
got 9
9 lives.
lives.
Um, Something I thought that they did really well was kind of integrating like the whole transformation from clones to stormtroopers.
Yeah,
Like that was genuinely like it was cool. They really just transitioned them out from like at first it was just like okay they're just on select bases, and then it was like okay clone troopers are now only with clone commanders, and now now there's just only clone troopers. Like occasionally you see them every now and then. Now they're nowhere. I don't think we saw them for the last 3 episodes, right? I think
yeah.
it's cool. And I appreciate them taking the time to actually do that and make it make sense. You know. Um, Also, another thing that happened with that is kind of, and it goes along with the transfer from clones to um, TK troopers was like I don't know, I might be the only one who's noticed this, but the Bad Batch gradually started to stop stunning
Yeah,
even
I
normal
noticed that
clones.
too. That like at the end they weren't like stunning the other clones; they were just shooting and killing them.
Yeah. Dude, Hemlock died in the most brutal way. Bro
I
got
know
shot like
he
six
got shot
times.
so many times.
Bro got nailed. He's not a clone, but even still, it's just insane. They were just like, yeah,
Definitely not gonna be able to
bye.
bring
And then
that
you
character
die.
back.
Nope, we all saw him die.
Yeah, Disney's like, we need
Although,
a new villain. What are we gonna do? Oh, we could bring Hemlock back. No, we can't.
actually, we can say that the
The Force.
Dathomirian witches that
Yeah,
somehow survived the genocide, like,
they found
just
him
happened to be there, and then
on
they grabbed his
vacation.
body. Yeah, they were on vacation, yeah. And they just like happened to grab his body and like, make him into this crazy powerful Sith Lord who also knows how to clone.
There you go. There's Palpatine. Palpatine comes and
Uh-huh.
buys him from the witches.
Yeah, so all in all, it was good. I love the Bad Batch. I love the
Yeah.
media that's coming out of it. I hope honestly I'd like to see them make a Bad Batch game. Like
Hmm.
genuinely. It'd be cool to see a Bad Batch game. Yeah. What do you see? So just kind of like continuing off of the idea of things you liked from it or things that you wish to see in it. What do you see them making kind of like either based off of this or just like after this that involve Bad Batch characters or Bad Batch ideas? Like what are your thoughts? What do you see
I mean,
in
they're
terms of
absolutely
that?
gonna make another clone-centered show. They need like just with
Oh
like
yeah,
Rex and
they
stuff.
have to.
Like, is there any kind of like, are
Yeah,
you
they
talking
have
about
to.
like spin-offs and stuff that they're gonna have from the spin-off of Clone Wars, from the spin-off of Attack of the Clones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, let's see. I don't think there's any. Are there any side characters that need backstories? Are we gonna get like a Lynn or what's known? What's her name? The lady with the
Uh,
long neck, the Kaminoan. What's her name?
she died.
Yeah, she blew up. But like a
Oh, you want a
backstory for her.
backstory? Uh,
Ooh, a
what is her
backstory
name?
for the one guy, other guy that blew up with her. What? I can't remember his name.
Rampart.
Rampart. They're
Rampart.
gonna have a backstory for him, which would be completely
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary. No, they're probably gonna have a.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel
Sure.
like they're gonna make like a Tales of the Lesser Imperial Officers. That would be.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna have
That'd
like
be
his
interesting.
backstory. Ooh, maybe they can make a Tarkin, like an actual show out of that. I mean, there's the
Yeah,
book,
I'd
which is
love that.
pretty
That'd be
good, but
awesome.
It'd be cool because I highly doubt most people have read that book. It was a pretty weird
Yeah.
book, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
His
I've
backstory
actually
is
never read it.
super
I'm gonna have
weird.
to look
Yeah,
at
he
that.
like lived on this like really weird planet and had to go out and fend for his life for a while as like a test of manhood or something. I can barely
Oh.
remember it, but it was really weird.
Yeah, that's what my dad said's gonna happen to me when I turn 16.
Oh, sounds
Said
fun.
I have to go live in the woods.
Ooh,
Yeah, lots of
alone for a
fun.
week. Make sure you can survive.
Only the strongest survive. You know what they say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way you survive is you go like punch a tree until it drops some, and you can make some sticks with that. Eventually, I think you
Oh
can make a
yeah,
crafting
right
table
there.
and then makes like a pickaxe and go mining. If I remember my
Yes.
like science correctly, I think
Yeah,
that's
that
pretty
sounds like
close.
science. That
Yeah,
that that's
yeah.
what I learned in school. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see them. You know, we saw a lot of clone commandos in Star in the Bad Batch, and we know Star Wars, and we know and Disney. Well, these Disney Star Wars, and we know they like to unnecessarily explain things. Make shows to explain things that no one actually cared about. Morgan Elsbeth. But yeah, I think they're gonna do Clone Commando show.
Yeah.
And whether maybe it would be Tales of the Clone Commandos.
Tales of the
No,
Clone.
they're not very
Tales
imaginative
of
with
the
their
Blank.
names. Tales of the
Tales
Blank,
of the
yeah, bro.
Blank
That's
is
just gonna be
really
the
good.
names of their shows from now on.
Next is gonna be Tales of the Sith.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna start running out of ideas. Tales of the Kaminoans.
It's like
Tales of the
actually.
Droids. I wonder if they'll ever make like backstories for characters that have like books as their backstories. Like, wasn't it General
Ooh, yeah.
Grievous who has his backstory in a book? But like everybody loves that character. But I doubt like many people have read the book. I haven't personally. And like Captain Phasma, who everybody's just super confused about. Like, where did this lady come from and who is she? There's a
Mm-hmm.
book that I never read, but like that's what I'm talking about.
Uh,
How they need to have
yeah.
like stuff explaining these characters to make
Huh.
people
Yeah,
care
that
more.
makes sense.
Like, oh,
Yeah, that would be
that's
cool
why
to
they're so
see.
grumpy all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd also like to see, like I said, we do need closure for Rex's army. Like that is one of the most important things.
They're all gonna die.
Is closure. We want to see what happened to Rex's army, because his army was still going strong, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah. Well, wait. A
It
lot
was
of
still
them
there.
died though. When that one,
That's
I don't know if they're one
mm,
assassin weirdo. Didn't a lot of them die?
that's
How many of
probably
them were
what.
there to begin with?
What?
How many of
How
them
many?
were there to begin with?
I'd say like 50. I'd say like 50, and there were more coming like every day.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute. I think the Empire. I think they might be bad guys.
Maybe, possibly. They just told me to go kill a bunch of children. I think, I think that's bad. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Did you ever watch
You know,
the what was the name? Jim Hoos, the Empire Was Right video? That's like a
I think so.
that was interesting.
Let me see.
It was pretty hilarious anyway. He hasn't
Empire
posted a
was
video in
right.
forever, and I'm still subscribed to him.
Okay, okay. Now we need to watch a little bit of this. Let's see. Visit. Bruh, it won't let me watch it.
Why?
What? This computer is being stupid. Anyways,
Restricted.
yeah, we should definitely watch that after this, though. Yeah. Well, that was fun. Talked a lot about Bad Batch. It's good. Any last thoughts? Anything else
I don't think
you
so.
think of?
How many
Okay.
episodes
Well,
do I still have to do to post on YouTube? Because I feel like I'm pretty far behind.
um,
Oh
I
yeah, we
think you're
have that
good.
Lego show.
Oh yeah, the
That actually looks so cool.
yeah, they're gonna turn it into a what if series for sure.
Darth Jar Jar.
I just hope they don't do any crossovers.
What did Jar
Boo!
Jar say? It was like the coldest line in the history of Star Wars. He's like, Misa
Oh,
can
it was
kill you, son."
Misa going to hurt you, sir.
Yeah. That was the coldest line.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hype.
Uh-huh. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching or listening. Whoa. Thank you so much for listening, and just have a good day. And remember, force is with you, and good soldiers follow orders.